And for many years, the Diné opposed the Spaniards because they were just coming into the land, just going wherever they wanted and taking what they wanted. The stories in that have been passed down by our people, a lot of it is not recorded as it should be. For example, the encounter with the Spaniards the first time after 1492, they came into the area around 1520. I've seen documents in that talk about the first encounter with the Spaniards. They observed them, and they may have even made contact with them along the Rio Grande down into what is near now present-day Texas. But at some point, the story goes that they asked the Spaniards to go home, to go back to wherever they came from, because stories had already been relayed about the things that the Spaniards had done further south. And it was that the Diné, some of them say that the Spaniards, when they were first encountered, they encouraged them to leave and to go home. But they did not. These were very arrogant and forceful people, and they just marched all over the place. And that's where the name comes from, Nakai, is the ones that walk about and walk around and just march here and there. And sometimes the story goes that they would say, Ha, da na Nakai. It would mean, where are they now walking? Lady Nakai. They're walking over their area. So they were named Nakai. But eventually, the Spaniards began to take slaves in that, and that was not acceptable. The Diné is one of the very only tribes, probably, that never practiced slavery, but the Spaniards were willing to take slaves and to take people forcefully. And one of the other things I might mention is that later on, some of the Diné groups of Diné clan groups and that began to practice slavery. And that's one of the things that caused the separation of these other people that were Diné at one time. They caused them to leave and become a group all by themselves because they began to practice some of the things that were introduced by the Spaniards. But the idea of the encounter with the Spaniards was not a good one. And for many years, the Diné opposed the Spaniards because they were just coming into the land, just going wherever they wanted and taking what they wanted. And then the encounter with the white people, Balagana, and that took place sometime in the 1800s. But they were a very different type of people. They were a very aggressive people that would go and dig into the Mother Earth. And over near Grant, New Mexico is where they first encountered them digging into the ground and bringing in their cattle and all of these different land areas that they began to occupy without any kind of understanding. So the settlers would sign an agreement or a treaty with one clan family, and then another clan family would come and steal. And so they never had this treaty business very well. So we have history that the Navajos were always breaking their treaty. That's not so. They make a treaty with one clan family, another clan family they forget all about, and that's the clan family that would come and take from them. But the Balagana, or the ones that were digging into the ground and taking out ore and anything that was forcefully taken from Mother Earth, and that's what really offended the Diné, because in the traditional way, you don't go digging for turquoise. If Mother Earth brings it to the surface, she's giving it to you, and it's really not yours, so you take it and you use it. One day somebody might want to borrow it, you give it to them and let them have it and let them borrow it. But it is never ever theirs. It's still that was given to you, so you can go back and take it. Maybe that's where the word Indian giver comes from. And so those are the things that we were told about the encounters with the Nakai, or the Spaniards, and Balagana, which was the white people. One just came and went and did whatever they wanted, and the others brought livestock and dug into the ground, robbing, taking from Mother Earth forcefully the things that she was not giving freely. And those are the things that we are told.